Thanks everyone for joining. It's so nice to have you this evening. We're going to be creating this Ornate Garden Suite gift bag. And I used the brand new suite called Ornate Garden. It is beautiful, and I can't wait to share this with you tonight. And I even made a little card to go with it. So there's a little gift card that can go right inside the box. Hey Margaret, welcome. All right. Well, boy, do I have something to share with you all tonight. I mean, just tons of new product. Hello, Lee. Thanks for sharing. This bag, actually, the inspiration for it came from the online store today. I was in the online store looking at the Ornate Garden collection, and I found this bag. It was one of the samples in the online store, and I thought, what a beautiful bag. I have to make that. So, all right. Well, I'm gonna, hey Laura, welcome. Okay, well ladies, we're gonna get started. You are going to be learning how to create this gift bag this evening. I never know which way to do this. All right, so this is our gift bag. We're gonna create this little tag and then a little gift card to match. All right, hi Gail, hi Linda, hi Joanne, welcome. So nice to have you ladies. All right, I'm gonna switch over to my hands and then we'll look at the gift bag for a few minutes, and then I'm gonna show you a ton of new product that's gonna be around for a long time. All right. So today, Stampin' Up! Announced a brand new collection called the Ornate Garden Collection. And this is a mega suite. Hi Carol, welcome. This mega suite has 2 stamp sets, 2 sets of coordinating dies, designer paper, embellishments, an embossing folder, and hopefully I named it all. So I'm going to show you those now, and please interrupt me, ask questions while I'm showing you these items, okay? And all of these items are now in my online store as of this morning, okay? I'm just going to tuck that in there. And this flyer that I did provide this morning on my blog, it's right under the video on my blog. I printed out this flyer, and of course this doesn't do the suite justice, but I do want to use this as a reference tool. And the first thing I'm going to show you is the first stamp set here. Sorry, I'm fooling around with the camera. It's called Ornate Thanks Bundle. All right. Gail, I'm so glad you love this set. For those in my hostess clubs for the month of April, we're creating a beautiful card with this set. So you're going to be able to get your hands on some of the cardstock and the designer paper and embellishments. So I think you're going to be really happy with it. So the first stamp set I'm going to show you is Ornate Thanks. Now check out this set. 3 greetings right here. They're big greetings, and the font is different than the font here. And what I love about this is all of these words go with these 3 main words. One of the words is why. So you could say why, comma, thank you. So all of these little words you can put above the larger word or below the larger word. So it's pretty cool. Tina says, I had to get the whole suite. Well, Tina, you must be a demonstrator then if you were able to get your hands on it before today. Hi, Peggy. So anyway, it's got some beautiful fonts, and I'll read them to you, or hopefully you can just see them. My friend, seriously, ever so much, from the bottom of my heart, so you could put I'm so grateful is what you would use with that. I wasn't sure how to thank you for everything. Just wanted to say your kindness is so loved. You made my day. So here's a card for all your help. You're amazing, from all of us for all you do. So let me show you the dies that go with this set, okay? The coordinating dies. All right. The nice thing about all of this is you can order it up through May 31, and then you're going to see it again in the annual catalog on June 3rd. So it's available from now until next year, until the next annual catalog. So what I've done here is I have cut out all of the dies. So I'm going to show you the dies, okay, that correspond with these shapes. And I thought that would be the easiest way, because if you look at these dies here, it's kind of hard to tell what they look like when they're cut out. So I'm going to show you that now. So this die right here cuts out the larger piece. Now, I thought when I cut it out today, I thought this middle piece was going to fall out. I thought the cardstock was just going to fall out of it, but it didn't. So as you can see, that cardstock is under there. All right. So this will just cut out this shape. And I also noticed from seeing samples today, this can layer on top of a card base. All right. So that's a really neat piece. And then the next piece, I ordered some new magnet sheets and they haven't come yet, so I still have them on paper. All right, so here is another one of the pieces, and that's what it fits. All right, it's this piece right here. All right, and by the way, the green is Old Olive, and this I can't say it. This color is Terracotta Tile. How about that? It's a little bit darker than Calypso Coral. But that is the shape for that one. And then this piece we're actually going to use tonight. And you can tell right now that I already have a piece of paper in here. But this is what the shape will look like when it's cut out. Okay? So you have these three rectangles. And then we have three more rectangles down here. So let's look at these. We have this one. And hi, Chris, welcome. This one fits here. And it makes all these little circles all the way around the die. All right? So that's what it looks like. And then the next one is this shape. And I'm looking at the Old Olive one now. So it cuts out the Old Olive paper. Okay, see that one? All right. Joanne says, is it freezing up on anyone else? You know, Joanne, I'm good on my end where I am. But I know there's so many people using the internet now, it could possibly just be that, just because it's just so overloaded. All right, now this stitched rectangle right here, this terracotta tile one, is this piece. All right, it fits right there. And when you cut that out, you'll get the stitching on the rectangle. And it might be kind of hard for you to see that stitching. Now, there are two other shapes that you can actually cut, and it's hard to pick up these framelits. We have this one right here, all right? And if you put this on a piece of paper and cut it out, after you've cut it out, you're going to get this design. And then this design is created the very same way. This is the actual die. And when you lay it on your Old Olive cardstock, roll it through the Big Shot. when it comes out, this is going to be your border. All right. So that's the Ornate Layers dies. Now, I was just thinking today as I created these cards, this might be something you're interested in. I know sometimes when we have a die set and we look at it like this, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It's like, what does that really look like? So this might be something that you would like at home so that you can cut out your shapes and add them to a sheet of cardstock. So let me know if that's something you're interested in, and I can give you the file for printing out this die sheet. Okay, just prints out the sheet of cardstock. You would, of course, order the dies and cut them out and then layer them. And it's a great reference tool. So just want you to know about that. So this is the first stamp set. You can bundle the dies and the stamp set and get 10% off, okay? All right. So the next stamp set I'm going to show you is Ornate Style. And ladies, lately we've been doing a lot of coloring with our Stampin' Blends. And this is the perfect stamp set for using your blends. It's perfect for sponging. It's perfect for watercolor as well. Let's see. Margaret says, how hard is it to get all the little pieces of paper out? I'll be honest, Margaret. I cut a whole lot today. It is time consuming, but the effort, it's worth the effort. I mean, they're just such beautiful designs. So, although after you cut one, you might think this is one and I'm done. Create one card with and then I'm totally done. So it depends on your patience level. So Gail said she would like a die sheet. I'll be sure to add that on Friday, Gail, to my blog post, okay? So here's Ornate, and this has a coordinating die set, okay? All right, get ready. So these are borders. All right. And yes, you can bundle the two of these and save 10%. All right. All right, let me show you what the borders look like. Aren't these beautiful? Now on this die sheet, I have used old olive cardstock again and terracotta tile. All right. So let me just grab some water here. We'll start with this border. And here it is. Isn't that pretty? Now this one was very easy to cut out. I was very surprised. The papers just kind of fell right out of it. So that's the shape right there. All right, when it comes out. Isn't that pretty? Okay. All right. So the next one, whoops. The next one is this shape, all right? And when you cut this one out, this is what you get. Isn't this beautiful? Isn't this a pretty one? All right. Now our next border is this one. And if you're in my hostess club for the month of April, you're actually going to be using this die, okay? Now part of your kit, I can cut your shapes for you. So you're gonna see a die cut shape of this in your kit, okay? But that's what it looks like. This is really one of my favorite pieces. All right, now this piece right here is a little hard to explain, and actually I think I have a card sample that I can show you. So this is the actual piece right here. Okay, and the reason you have this piece, hi Dawn, welcome. The reason you have this piece is, and I'm going to show you, this is a card that I briefly showed you last week. Look at the border, and I don't know if you can see this or not, but you see the designer paper right along there? I actually cut that designer paper using this, and then the designer paper fit into the border perfectly. So I hope that makes sense. All right, that's what that piece is actually for. All right. So that one was a little bit more difficult to explain. All right, now we also have two more borders right down here. And you see these holes here? This is the actual border. And what I noticed about this border is you've got a big circle and then you have like 4 little ones, a big one, 4 little ones. So there's a little bit of a pattern here and the circles are different sizes. Now this pattern, I love this one, and we're actually going to use this one tonight, okay? So let me show you that one. This is the actual border for it. And when you put that on a piece of paper and roll that through the Big Shot, you get that beautiful border. How about that? Now you're going to also notice 3 flowers. And the 3 flowers are in 3 different sizes. Okay, let's see if I can find that other one. There it is. So you do get the 3 flowers, okay? And these actually, you know what? I haven't even tried this, but I've taped this down. But I bet it sure does. Look at that. This die will fit perfectly over that flower. Let's try another one. I didn't even think to do this today. I think this one works. Look at this. That's for another flower. I don't have that exactly matched up. Maybe it's this one. So it looks like you can cut out flowers and add them to this border without any trouble at all. All right. So that's the Ornate border dies, and I can also give you a file for printing out this sheet as well. And again, you can bundle and save 10% on the 2 of these, okay? All right, so now let's look at designer paper. This is the paper. Isn't this beautiful? So here's one sheet of paper, and by the way, the paper does come 12 by 12, okay? So it's nice big sheets. So the opposite of this paper is this design, and then this is one of my favorite pieces, and that's the opposite of it. This has gold in it, and this is what I created the bag out of, tonight's sample. Here's the gold foil again, and this is the opposite side. Here is another sheet. We're going to make a bag with this paper tonight. I can't wait to see what it looks like. And the opposite side has the gold foil. And the last piece is here, and there's the gold foil. I know, I love the paper. Now, we have got some coordinating cardstock colors, okay? They are Early Espresso, Mint Macaron, Old Olive, Terracotta Tile, and Whisper White. But there's a new end color coming, and I'm going to put that circle right there when it arrives. And guess what the name of it is? Bumblebee. I cannot wait to see Bumblebee. I just can't. Is it going to be a really light yellow? I'm not sure. But that's one of the new end colors, and Bumblebee coordinates with this set. Now you can also use crushed curry with this set. You can use Calypso Coral with this, soft suede. So there are additional cardstock colors, but these are the ones that were designated, okay? All right, so Gail says she loves the daisy paper. I know, isn't that pretty? All right. Oh, yeah. So Joanne, a great tip. She's telling Margaret that you can use a toothbrush to clean out the little holes. You know, those little holes in the dies and paper gets in them? You can use that. And I'll show you some other little tips tonight, too, as we clean some of them out. So that's the paper. Now, next, I'm going to show you... Hang tight. I'm looking for the oh, here it is, embossing folder. Sorry, you don't want to look at my hand. This is the embossing folder, and it's called Ornate Floral. Isn't it beautiful? Now this is a 3D folder, okay? And I'm gonna show you how to layer this tonight, layer the sandwich for the big shot, because sometimes, you know, we forget about all the different layers, okay? I have embossed 2 pieces of paper that I'll show you. This one's in white, and this is what the embossing looks like. And here it is again in mint macaron. So maybe you can see it better in the mint macaron. It's a little hard to see in the Whisper White. But that's the 3D Ornate embossing folder. All right, so now we've got embellishments. And there is a ribbon combo pack. And you get 5 yards of each ribbon. And you have terracotta tile and old olive. And we'll use this tonight on our gift bag, okay? Really, really pretty paper. Ribbon. And it comes together in a package. Now, the gems are called gilded gems. They have small, medium, and then a large. So they're in 3 different sizes. Let's see if I can put this on the back of something and maybe you'll see it better. There you go. Now you can see the gilded gems. Aren't they beautiful? They're very pretty in person. They're gold, okay, gold tone. All right, let me check my flyer because I think I have shown you everything, but I want to be sure, okay? I will also have this flyer over on my blog on Friday, but it's also on my blog today. So if you go to today's blog post at www.becreativestamping.com, you will find this flyer right under the video. And the video is awesome because it does show you the products up close and personal, okay? All right, I'm going to show you some card samples and then we're going to get started. So here's a card that I made. I actually cased this from another demonstrator on a Facebook page that I belong to. And of course, I didn't write down her name, but I loved what she did. She used the designer paper. She stamped the big floral piece and she colored this with Stampin' Blends. And then on the inside, she's added some DSP with the white cardstock. And she did some embossing up here, but just a really pretty card. Another one, So Grateful, and this kind of showcases 4 of the designer papers. Isn't that pretty? So I'll let y'all look at those real quick. I'm gonna grab a sip of water. Here's another card. Which card do you like, Margaret? The one. Well, they're both So Grateful. The one on the left or the one on the right? Here's a third one. You might like this one too. This is a mint macaron card base, and I did emboss it. Here's designer paper, and here is trim right here. Okay, one of the borders. And then here's this piece. I'm finding that I use this particular die a lot. All right, so that's that one. And then one more. I really like this one. I think you're gonna love this one. I love this paper. And here, just wanted to say thank you. So see how you can use the greetings above and below the words? I love that. Margaret loves this card. So does, okay, Mary Kay loves them all. Gail loves the one on the left. I know it's hard to pick. Again, I've used that ornate border and just did some simple stamping. And you'll notice here that I put the words underneath. I love the fact that I can use these words above the big word or below the big word. So yeah, you like the daisies. So those are just some samples there, okay? So now we get to have some fun. And I'll have measurements and supply lists for you on Friday on my blog. But I'm going to show you how to create this tonight. And I'll give you measurements tonight So if you do want to write them down, just grab pen and paper, okay? But this is a super simple box to make, and we did make one of these similar to this back in November when we had the Christmas Rose suite. When we had that suite, I made a gift box. But I love this little gift bag. Isn't that pretty? I love the size and everything. All right, so let's get started. I am going to use this sheet of designer paper, okay? So our bag's gonna look totally different. And this is what the back looks like. That's that mint macaron with the gold. I have noticed that with the foil papers, it's hard to show on camera. Now for this bag, you are going to need 2 sheets of 12 by 12, okay? So I know that can really take up a lot of real estate. That can really take up your package of paper. But yeah, you're definitely gonna need 2 12 by 12s for this, okay? This is paper's thinner than cardstock, so I'm gonna leave the 2 of them together. And I'm gonna bring in my Stampin' Trimmer. And I'm going to be cutting this paper 8 by 8, okay? So, and again, it's 2 pieces, all right? And this is the newer paper cutter. All right, so this is on 8. And I'll take my cutting tool and cut that, all right? Ooh, maybe I do need to cut them separately. I think I do. That didn't want to cut all the way through, so maybe I won't do that anymore. There we go. All right, so now you're gonna have 2 of these left over, okay? All right. Now we're going to rotate the designer paper, and I'll just cut 1, and we're gonna cut this at 8 inches. All right, so your designer paper tonight is 8 by 8, and it's 2 of them, okay? Don't forget that. All right, let's go over here to 8, right here. And by the way, I do have a few announcements tonight at the very end regarding our paper pumpkin. We're gonna be creating the January kit tomorrow, but more details later, okay? Don't let me forget. All right, so we're done with the paper trimmer. Oh, you know what? We're not done with the paper trimmer because we're going to do some scoring, okay? So here we are, 2 8 by 8 pieces. And I'll now bring the trimmer in again. I totally forgot about scoring. And my scoring blade, I always put at the top. I believe when you order this trimmer, your cutting blade is at the top, but I switched mine around. I like my scoring at the top, my cutting at the bottom, but it's a personal preference. It's whatever you like, okay? All right, so with this 8 by 8 sheet, we're going to score 3 sides, okay? Just 3 of the sides, not 4. We're gonna score 3 of the sides at 1.5 inches, all right? So here's my 1.5, and I'm gonna put the paper right on that line, and then I'm gonna score, okay? And then I'm gonna rotate the paper. This is side 2, and I'm gonna score again at 1.5. Now this is side 3. It's important to count, and I'm scoring side 3 now. Now when I get to side 4, I'm gonna score it at 1 inch. That's the difference, okay? So at the 1 inch mark, I'm going to score it, okay? So one of the sides scored at 1 inch, and the other 3 sides are scored at 1.5 inches. All right, I'm just folding these score lines while I have the paper in my hand, okay? So there we go. Now this 1 inch side, that's gonna become the very top of the bag, all right? Now, since we have two of these, we have to do the very same thing on this sheet, all right? So again, let's go to 1.5 and score, and this is side 1. And then we'll rotate and do side 2 at 1.5. And rotate again, this is side 3 at 1.5. And we're gonna rotate again, and this time we're gonna score at 1 inch. Okay, everybody got that? I'll have the directions written out for you with measurements, but just wanna be sure that you understand that. Okay, it's really hard to see score lines. Now this is the 1 inch, and so I'm gonna fold it over. This is gonna be the top of the bag. Hi, Suzanne, welcome. And I'm gonna go ahead and fold this one over. This is gonna be the top, okay? Isn't that beautiful? That's that mint macaron with the old olive. All right, so now we're going to fold in the 1.5 inch score lines, okay? And we're gonna go all the way around, just like that. And now we have 3 sides folded over that are 1.5. So hopefully that makes sense. So now I'm going to do this one same way. It's hard when you're working with designer paper because it can be really hard to see the scoring lines, and especially for you, I know it's got to be harder because, you know, we're on camera here. Okay. And if you fold them the wrong way, you can go back and fold to the other side. That's not a big deal. Okay, so we've established that this is going to be the top of our gift bag. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut on the score line. Now I'm at the bottom of the gift bag, okay? I'll show you just as soon as I cut this. So this is the top, and we're folding it over. And now this is going to be the bottom of the bag. Okay, and I'm just cutting out these squares. And I only need to do this on one of them, okay? So I hope I haven't confused you, all right? All right, so that's what you need, okay? That's one side, or it's either the front or the back of the bag. Okay, so now we're going to go over here to the other side of the bag, and we're going to cut on the score line, but we're going to keep this flap, okay? We're going to keep this one. And let's cut up to the score line here. Okay, so you see how we have our flaps? And then look, here's the top of the bag, okay? So that's what it's going to look like, all right? All right, so now what we're going to do is, let's see how I want to tape this. We're going to tape these bottoms together, but I just want to see. Okay, I'm going to put the tear and tape on this one. This is the one that we've cut out the squares, okay? And yes, I think you definitely want to use tear and tape for this. And I'm just going to run it across here like this. You ladies are very quiet tonight. Now let me remind you that when you comment, I put your name in a drawing, and when you share the video, I put your name in the drawing, okay? And someone is going to win this bag, and I think what I'm going to do is send it, I'll mail it to you flat, and you'll just have to put it together, okay? Because I really can't mail it like it is. It'll just be totally smashed. All right. So now we're going to peel off this tear and tape, okay? All right. And now I want these flaps, all right? Let me just fold that up. I want to connect these flaps, excuse me. So here, I'm just trying to get it even here. I'm doing this sideways. Okay, all right. So now our bottoms are joined, okay? Mary Kay says, I'm watching intently. I know this does take concentration, right? It absolutely does. Okay, so now what we're going to do is, let's see, how am I going to do this? Oops. You know, I wonder if I should have done my flaps. I think I should have done my flaps the other way. Hang on. Oh no, I can do this. Okay. All right, so these flaps are going to go in like this, okay? And so I think what I will do is use some tear and tape. Now let me see, when I bring this up and bring it in, all right, I'm gonna put my tear and tape right there, all right? And I think that will take care of it. Okay, so there and there. All right, and then we're going to pull this paper off. And then we're going to bring this up and put that flap right there. Okay, again, it's really hard to see. All right, and then we'll add that flap about right there. Okay, so now that part of the box is done. And now we're actually going to bring up the sides, all right? And let's see, I'm going to use some tear and tape again. This'll just, it'll stay together better. I know, isn't this paper beautiful, Linda? And it's shiny. It's actually really hard to see. I'm sure y'all are having a hard time seeing this. All right. Oh. I'm a little crooked on that tear and tape there, but that's okay. No one will see it. And then I can go over here. I'll start here at the bottom, work my way up. All right. Okay. And now we're ready to close this up, okay? So let's peel off the paper. Just like that. Whoops. Okay. And then I'm going to bring this over. Now, I just get really funny about my bag ends. You know, I really want it to line up well. There we go. Got it. All right, now this flap's going to come up. And then we're going to close this one. Okay? So there we go. Isn't the paper beautiful? It's so, so pretty. All right, we've got some flaps right here kind of hanging open. So I'm just gonna take some Tombow and I'm just gonna tuck it under here. And you know, I only use this Tombow like once a week when I'm doing Facebook Live. So it's gotten a little clogged up. There we go. Got it. All right. Okay, and that'll hold that little part. And then here it is again. And you know what? If it doesn't bother you, you don't have to do this. I guess it makes it look a little more finished. All right. Okay, now we can put that back. All right, and I want to get that glue off right there. And let me wipe my fingers because I've got glue on them. All right, ladies, what do you think? We did it. We created a bag with two 8x8 sheets of paper. How cool is that? All right, I am going to go ahead and I think I'm going to go with the terracotta tile. Now, we could use old olive, and that looks very pretty too, but I used old olive on the other bag, so I think I want to use this ribbon. All right, so let's make sure we got our ribbon straight. Okay. And I'm going to make it a little bit longer so I can tie a bow. All right. Okay, yeah, very pretty ribbon, pretty paper. And I'm happy that it's here for a long time. It's going to be in the annual book. And our annual book is due to come out on January 3rd. And I cannot wait to see that new catalog. All right, I think we've got it. So whoever wins tonight's project, I'll mail it to you flat. And I'll mail you the ribbon for you to tie on, okay? It just will not, you know, I cannot send this through the mail and it stay nice and straight. All right, I know the terracotta does give it a pop, doesn't it? Yes, Laura, excellent question. Can you make a smaller bag with 6x6? Yes, you can. And not only can you make that, but you would be able to get 2 bags out of 1 sheet of 12 by 12 designer paper. So that's an excellent question. I know June 3rd, Linda, that new catalog is coming out. Cannot wait. All right, so look at our bag. I could just stop right here. I'm just happy with the way it is right now. But we are going to make a tag together, okay? So let's make a tag for the bag. And we're actually going to be using this die and the terracotta cardstock. Now, I do want to show you the proper sandwich for cutting this, okay? All right. And so what you'll want to use is your magnetic platform, all right? And this is for going through, we're gonna make a sandwich that goes through the Big Shot, okay? Gail says, I'd be delighted to put it together. I love it. I'm gonna also use my precision base plate because when I use this, I'm gonna get a better cut and then all those little teeny pieces will fall out. And then you put your paper and your die and your cutting pad and you roll that through the Big Shot. Now a few tips, some things I learned this afternoon from cutting out all the shapes. When I cut it this way, it didn't seem to cut as well. But when I rolled it through like this, it cut a lot better. But I would even suggest rolling it through this way, then turning it and rolling it back through. So it's getting cut in both directions, all right? So if it doesn't cut right the first time, you, move the die, change the position of the die, okay? Now I left this shape on the die so that I can show you all the little holes and how we're going to have to clean them all out. All right, I'm going to zoom in so you can get a closer look. And I'm going to use my die brush, but yes, a toothbrush would work. That would certainly help get all these little holes out. I'm going to end up using the Take Your Pick tool. I'm going to get that out in just a second. So as you can see, this wasn't too bad, was it? All right, you're hung up in there. There you go. So that wasn't too bad. And so then I'm going to take the Take Your Pick tool, and then I'm going to pop out all these little pieces. All right. And that's what takes time. So, you know, if you're making a special card for someone, maybe it's a wedding card, or maybe you're making a tag just like we're making, and you want to put that extra little love into it, then this would certainly work, okay? But it's just so, so pretty. All right, I'm just getting all these little pieces out. And I know probably everyone here has a lint roller, a lint brush. And I have found that when all these little pieces get on my countertop, I will take the lint roller, it's got that sticky stuff on it, and I'll roll across and get out pick up all these tiny little pieces. And then I don't have all that mess. So Hi, Suzanne. Welcome. Oh, you're welcome, Suzanne. So happy to help. Thank you for joining tonight. Okay, so now that we have that done, we'll do a little stamping. And we're going to use terracotta tile. It's very close to Calypso Coral, all right? It's really about a shade darker. So I'm going to use this ornamental piece right here. And I'm going to open up terracotta. Terracotta tile is an in color, and it came out last June, okay? So we have this color another year. All right. And I just stamped that right in the center. Isn't that pretty? Yeah, Gail, those lint brushes that have the adhesive sheets on it, they work perfectly. I actually have one here in my stamp room, and I should have brought it over to this table so that everyone could see it. All right, so we have that done. Now we're gonna stamp some flowers. So let me get my paper here. I think I'll use this piece. And we're gonna use the Memento black ink because we're going to color with blends, all right? And you'll need, oops, I turned that on its side. We're gonna use 3 of these flowers for this tag because it's great to work in odd numbers. And we do have to fussy cut these, okay? So, unfortunately, there is not a die for the flowers. I kind of wish there was. I'm getting out my blends, and I'm going to be using the dark old olive. I'm going to use the fine tip, and I'm just going to accent these little lines here, okay? All right. And then I'm going to bring in the light old olive, and I'm just going to color just like this, okay? All right. And I don't even have to fill the entire leaf in if I don't want to. Now let me check on something. I did cut 2 of these already, so you wouldn't have to watch me fussy cut. And so, since this one's cut out, let me, oops, that was supposed to be with my dark. Hang tight. All right, that way you don't have to watch me sit and fussy cut these little guys. They can be a little tedious, but they're very pretty, aren't they? Now let me find the other one. I'm sorry about that. Oh my gosh, they would be perfect bunny ears. Never thought of that, Margaret. Yeah, gotta fussy cut these, Laura. I'm sorry. All right. There we go. Now, I'm going to show you the sample. I use Daffodil Delight, okay? So they're yellow flowers. Look at the embellishments I put on them. But I'm going to try something. I'm going to use Cajun Craze, okay? Little bit darker than terracotta tile, all right? But I think it'll be a really nice addition, all right? So Cajun Craze is what I'm using, and this is actually the light. Let's try the dark on one of these to see if we like it, okay? I think we're going to be okay with the dark as far as our shading goes. Okay. So I will go ahead and do this one. Whoops. Should have done this one. I'm getting all confused. I've got too many flowers here. All right. And let me do this one. All right. I'll just do a little shading in there. And then I'm going to take the light. We are die spoiled, aren't we, Linda? I mean, oh my gosh, we have dies for everything now, and we don't want to cut out anything, do we? We really don't. All right, so this is the light Cajun Craze. I'm going to leave the center because we're going to put the embellishments there. Okay. What do you think? I'll even zoom in a little bit more so you can see the Cajun. There it is. So hopefully my lighting is good enough that you can see that. All right. I'm just about finished now. Okay. Oh, we need to do one more. I will do this one in the middle. This will be the one that we cut out. Whoops, you can't even see what I'm doing. I zoomed in so close. All right, I'll just kind of blend these in here. All right. So if you don't have Cajun Craze Stamp and Blend, it is very similar, and it will match nicely with the terracotta tile cardstock, okay? All right, I'm gonna zoom out a little bit and then we'll fussy cut this one here in the middle, all right? Okay. I'm gonna get all that out of the way. Okay, so you're just going to go around your flower. Just like this. You know, I don't know that I really colored the leaves on this one. I'll have to go back and do that. Okay. So it doesn't take too long to do this. I just thought this sweet little flower would look nice on the tag. And again, if you get a chance, go to my online store and just look at the entire collection online. You'll see lots of card samples. Okay, let me color that. Okay, all right, so now we're gonna stamp some words. And I'm going to use this little piece. Yes, it is the old-fashioned way, isn't it? Hi, Terry. Welcome. You're right. Better late than never. We're glad you're here. It's a beautiful set. Let's see. I brought in the word or words, "You're amazing." All right. And we will stamp that with the terracotta tile. I'm going to have a lot of terracotta tile on here, aren't I? All right, see how, oh, that turned out pretty good. Good. All right, so that one is done. And now I'm just gonna cut that, get this trash out of the way. And now we're going to build our tag. All right, so I'm gonna need the regular dimensionals as well as the minis. Gail says your space stays so tidy while making a card and my space looks like a bomb. Oh, I don't know. I think my whole room looks like a bomb went off. I have stuff everywhere, absolutely everywhere right now. All right, so I'm gonna put a small dimensional on the flowers, all right? And I'm just gonna go on and pick up one of these flowers and I'm going to put that about right there, okay? And then your amazing is going to have the bigger dimensional, and I think I'm only going to put 2 on here. I put it on the wrong side, hang tight, and I'll show you why. Part of this tag is going to hang off. Part of these words will hang off of the tag, and so I don't want the dimensional hanging off the tag. All right, so I'll make sure this part that has the dimensionals is stuck to the tag. All right, so we'll put this about right here, and that says "You're amazing." And then, all right, come on, stay on there. Sometimes these little ones, it can be hard to get the adhesive off. Get the paper off the adhesive. Okay, there you are. All right. And I will just put that one right there. How about that? I'll zoom in so you can get a better look. And I'm going to add some of these beautiful embellishments. I know this is probably a little hard for you to see. They are gold. Okay, and if you are in my Hostess Club, you're going to get your hands on these this month. How about that? All right, and then I'll put another small one there. So you do have 3 different sizes. And that's the tag that we're going to hang on the back. So, let's see. Did I bring my baker's twine over here? I'm hoping I did. If I didn't, I will run get it because it should be right on my other desk. All right, so you look at the beautiful back, and I'm going to get the baker's twine. Well, I cannot find it. All right, I'm back. I found it. Sorry about that. Just when you think you have everything, you don't. All right, the nice thing about the baker's twine and this die is it will fit right through this hole, okay? Oh, wow, that really is pretty, and I like the Cajun Craze. I'll show you the original tag in a bit, okay, because that one had yellow Daffodil Delight flowers. Okay, so I am going to tie this right around the knot of the bow. I'm so glad you like the tag. I love making tags, especially at Christmas time. All right, I'm just going to trim this, get rid of that, and now we have a beautiful tag to go with the gift bag. So let me show you the other one, and then we're going to make a little gift enclosure card, okay? Here's the other one. So they're both pretty and they're both different. I just love this paper. So in love with the designer paper. I'd love to just put it on my walls. Okay, that noise was my water bottle. All right, so now let's make a little gift tag to go with it, okay? I like these for little gift bags. It is a 3x6. You're going to notice that I did emboss this with the new embossing folder, okay? Thank you, Margaret. Thanks, Linda. I'm so glad you ladies like it. Thank you. I'm going to show you how to build your sandwich for this embossing folder, okay? So you're going to start with this platform right here, okay? Now, when you purchased your Big Shot, you either received this platform or the one that has a tab 1 and a tab 2, okay? I know it does look like wallpaper, doesn't it, Linda? Absolutely. I know Gail's daughter, Garnet, she'll look at a package of designer paper and she'll find one piece in it and absolutely love it, and then she'll want to buy tons and tons of packages so she could like wallpaper a room with it. So anyway, all right, so with your platform, if you receive this one with your Big Shot, you're going to use it. You're going to have your 3D embossing folder because this does give it extra dimension. Okay, the 3D effect. And then this is the note card, and it's 3x6. Now, when you use your embossing folder, you want the folded end to go through the Big Shot first, okay? So, you know, I'd really like to do it like this, okay? But no, I'm gonna use that folded end, and that's gonna go through the Big Shot first, all right? And then this is gonna be the front. And so I'm just gonna lay that in there, and then I'm closing it, okay? And then the front will get embossed. Now I'm going to use the plate that we now carry, and it's for 3D embossing folders, which is what this is. And this plate is in the mini catalog. It retails for $10, and the item number is 149658, okay? So if you put this on top, roll this through the Big Shot, you will get this right here, okay? So that's how you do that. And I actually did go ahead and make an extra, but let me see if I can find it in all my mess here. Where is that note card? Oh, I know where it is, right here. Okay, so here we go. Make this little gift card. We are going to need, I'm looking for my paper, y'all. Here we go. I believe this piece of paper here is 2.5 inches by 1 1/8 of an inch. I know, you know how I do with these 8ths and 16ths, I know. All right, so we're gonna stamp the word thanks, and we'll do that in early espresso, okay? And here we go, here's the word thanks. And we're gonna stamp this towards the top. Okay, and so that's that. And then we're gonna add some words underneath it in mint macaron, okay? And this time we'll add the words, and excuse my block, it's the only one I could find, for all your help. So it'll be thanks for all your help. And then we'll just put this right under the words, all right? Don't you love both fonts? I mean, I really do. I just super, super pretty. It's so fun to have new stuff to design with. Now here's my border. And yes, let me see if I can find the border that I used. It is right here, okay? So I just took this piece of paper, put this on top, and rolled it through the Big Shot, okay? Now let's get rid of all these little pieces of paper. All right, just pop these out here. Now I'm really making a mess on my space, my workspace. Okay, so yeah, there is a lot of popping out of paper. I wouldn't say it's therapeutic, but it doesn't bother me. Okay, I'm gonna add that snail right across the border, and then I'm going to add the words. Just like that. And then I will pop this up. All right. So after I finish this card, I do have one piece of happy mail to show you, and then I've got just a couple of announcements on what's coming up. I'm just going to center this, and now I have a little card to put with the bag, and I always like doing that, so okay, so there you go. I know this tool's amazing, and you know the other side of this tool is the little spatula. See, it's just so cool. I just love it. Laura says, when you use the platform for the 3D, what tab would you use for the bottom plate? Excellent question. So Laura, if you have the older platform, hi Lori, welcome. You might have the older platform, Laura, where it had tab 1 and tab 2. So what you'll do is you'll open it up. So it's just one layer that's opening. I think that puts it on tab 1, I believe. I can't remember the name of it. Open it one time, okay? And by the way, if you build a sandwich and it doesn't roll through your Big Shot, then you know you don't have the right combination. So then try different things. because the Big Shot will tell you. I doubt you can break your Big Shot. You know, you really can't force the sandwich through if it doesn't want to go through. So just keep that in mind and then try different layers, okay? All right, now tomorrow we are doing paper pumpkin, and we're gonna do it tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Here's all the information. Tomorrow morning, April 2nd at 11 a.m. So I've spelled January wrong, sorry. So join me, bring your January paper pumpkin kit to the table, and we're gonna create the January one. We've already done March, we've done February, we're moving backwards, so we're gonna do January next. And I will be giving away another kerchief card kit, and Terry won last week's card kit. So Terry, I don't know if you've received it yet, but it is on its way, okay? So, free card kit, bring your goodies. We're gonna get all of January done, all right? Lori, I'm glad you caught me too. Thank you for joining. All right, one other announcement. Oh, and by the way, ladies, if you get a chance and you've never written a review, if you will visit my Facebook page and write a review, that would be awesome. It tells other people what's going on over at Be Creative Stamping. And I would just love for you to leave a review so that others can read it and hopefully join us and make our circle of friends bigger, okay? All right, so for anyone placing an order this week, when you place a $35 order in my online store, you'll earn a bee. And when you've earned 10 bees, you receive $35 in free product, okay? Now, not only will you receive a bee, but you'll get tonight's Make and Take supplies free. That means you'll get the materials for the gift bag and materials for the gift card. Okay? It won't be stamped, but you will receive the free Make and Takes. You can begin ordering with this hostess code right here, VXAYQWPS. And beginning this evening through Monday night, April 6th, when you place an online order of 35 or more, then I'll send you the free Make and Takes, okay?